There's an evil spirit in Chinese legend known for its monumental and insatiable greed. Tao Ti was so greedy it consumed everything in sight, even its own body. Without body, Tao Ti has no allegiance. Without allegiance, Tao Ti has no honor. Without honor, the spirit of greed could be made to do anything. It wanted more at any cost. The Chinese Communist Party has used and abused the greed of others to get exactly what they wanted for decades. This brings us to Joe Biden and his allegiance to the Chinese Communist Party. New York Times bestselling author Peter Schweitzer tells One American News the Biden-China relationship should have set off major alarm bells from the start.
I think the Biden-China relationship is deeply troubling and demands investigation because you're talking about the Biden family, while Joe Biden was vice president of the United States, engaging in a series of lucrative deals with the Chinese government. Not with Chinese companies, not with American companies in China, but with the Chinese government. And these deals happened precisely at the time that Joe Biden was the point person on policy towards China.
Legendary mob buster and New York mayor and attorney Rudy Giuliani has taken down a good number of mob families in his day. But the Biden family, says Giuliani, crosses every acceptable boundary imaginable.
The egregious conduct, which gets close to treason, is in China. You should understand, it's not just one transaction. There are many transactions in China. Hunter Biden was doing a lot of business with China, while his father was negotiating for the United States on very, very sensitive issues of national security. I mean, they got a good deal. They paid and they got what they wanted. And Joe sold out the United States.
No surprise. In his nearly 50 years as a politician, Biden seems to have always had a special place for the Chinese communist regime.
He can't get tough on China. They'll sue him. They'll want their money back. They've invested a lot of money in the Biden family. China's not so stupid as to think that money went to Hunter Biden. They know that was to bribe Dad to get him on their side.
Let me be clear. I believed in 1979 and said so, and I believe now that a rising China is a positive development, not only for the people of China, but for the United States and the world as a whole.
China has imposed the most intrusive system of surveillance the world has ever seen and has detained 1 million people for forced indoctrination.
Can I ask you why people are kneeling, blindfolded and shaven and being led to trains in modern China? Why? What is going on there?
I do not know where you'll get this videotape. 50 years from now, our great-grandchildren will look back and say, what a beautiful history we wrote together.
A team of Chinese spies was stealing American inventions and costing a lot of American jobs. The Chinese seem to feel, why build it if you can just steal it?
China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man.
In an op-ed a mere 2 seasons before America would go to the polls and vote for their president, Joe Biden penned an editorial published by Foreign Affairs and commits a complete about-face on China. The United States does need to get tough with China, waxes Biden. If China has its way, it will keep robbing the United States and American companies of their technology and intellectual property. Biden seems to say that under Obama and his administration, America's foreign policy was somehow stronger against China. The facts defy Biden's new memory.
He took a very soft posture towards China, continues to today. He does not view them as a threat. He does not view them as a rival. He thinks their economic rise is good for the United States. That puts him in a unique position compared to just about anybody else on the national stage, and I believe it's directly tied to the commercial and financial relationship that his family has with the Chinese government.
Between 2012 and 2015, China's aggression in the South China Seas was coming to an undeniable boiling point. President Obama appointed Joe Biden point man to the South China Seas, sending him to the Chinese to alleviate the tense situation.
I don't know why Obama kept doing this, because every time he'd make Biden the point man, America would lose. But he once again sent them there to try to get them to calm down on the islands, and to try to lower tariffs. Well, he